Hello,
Malak, good morning.
good morning.
Yeah, I
Hi.
have to say good morning because it is morning
Mm.
in your country.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
morning.
how are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Thanks God, because everything is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have to share my screen and we have to start. If you remember previously, we have talked about the module of read and
Mm.
complete. Then we finished talking about read and select. After that, we talked about the module of listen and select. Now we have to start discussing the fourth module. Okay, so let me open the book and let me show you what we have covered till now because we have to complete. So we notice that the Duolingo exam is little easier than any international exam like IELTS or maybe TOEFL. It's not
Mm.
that hard, to be honest. If you are really, let me say, if you are enough, let
Mm.
me say, yes, if you are really good at English, you
Mm.
can get a good score in the Duolingo exam. So this is it. This is the module of read and complete. And the next one is about read and select. Absolutely. Read and select. Read and listen. This is it. Listen and select, sorry. Both of them depend on vocabulary because the more vocabulary you have, absolutely the best you will manage or do this module. Now, the next module, Malak, is about listen and type. Now,
Mm.
yes, it is about listening and typing, but this time, not you don't have to listen to only one word. You have to listen to a sentence or maybe to a question. So this is about listening and typing. So we have to
Mm.
listen. After that, we have to type what we hear. So we have to type the statement. So you notice that the statement, I mean by statement, it could be a sentence, absolutely a complete sentence. The sentence should have meaning, or maybe could be a question. All the questions and sentences, Malak, should be meaningful. I mean, they have to be complete sentence, complete question, not the phrases or something like that. So you will listen to a person who is speaking a certain statement, and then you have to write or type what you hear using your keyboard. So this is the exact screen that is going to be shown on on your screen. So you have
Mm.
1 minute to complete the task, and the instructions are saying you have to type the statement that you hear. So after listening, you have to write what the speaker is going to say. There is something you have to know about this module, Amalak. You don't, you will not listen to this module only once. You can listen to the sentence or the statement the speaker is going to say 3 times. And if you
Mm.
want to repeat the recording, you have to press the speaker icon here, the icon which is filled in orange color. You can press it to listen to the statement again, but you can press the icon, or maybe you can listen to the statement only 3 times. Okay?
Okay.
After that, absolutely, after typing the statement, the speaker is going to say you have to press next to the next module or to the next statement. Okay, now let me show you the tips that you don't have to forget while answering this module. So you have to type what you hear first. I mean, it's let me tell you, Amalak, that you have maybe in the first time you can listen to 3 or 4 words. You have to write them immediately. All the words that you can listen, write them down immediately because you still have 2 times to check yourself. So then, after writing all the words that you can hear in the beginning, then you have to check yourself or your response by replaying the statement again and comparing it to what you wrote. So as I told you, you can replay the statement up to 2 times. I mean, the overall number is 3 times. By clicking on the orange speaker icon, this is it. And don't forget that every time you press this icon, you will notice that this is the number of times that is left. So number of replays left, for example, this is 1 because I pressed this icon twice. Okay?
Okay.
It's not that hard module, to be honest, but
Yeah.
absolutely you have to listen carefully. And as I told you, and the most important thing, all these statements should be meaningful, should have meaning. I mean, the speaker is not going to say a phrase or something like that. Okay, so let me open the file of listen and type, and let me show you the most important tips before we start practicing. Okay, so this is it. As I told you, this is the number of times that is left to you just to be able to replay the recording. And as you noticed, you have only 1 minute to finish typing the statement. Okay, now how many times should I solve this module, or should I answer or write the statements? So you have to manage, or you have to do this module between 3 to 7 times. The average number is 6. This is number 1. And you have 1 minute to complete the task. As I told you, you can listen to the recording or the statements 3 times. And absolutely, you have to write exactly what you hear. Spelling, the correct writing of words, and punctuation marks are extremely important. Some students asked me this question: is punctuation marks important? When I say punctuation marks, Malak, I mean commas, full stops, colons, semicolon, parentheses, brackets, question mark, exclamation mark. All these are called punctuation marks. Absolutely, because you are writing, the punctuation marks are really important. You have to punctuate the statement the speaker is going to say correctly, please. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have that full idea about the using of punctuation marks?
Yeah.
Okay, we will see while we are practicing. Okay,
Yes.
absolutely. As I told you, so spelling, writing the correct words plus punctuation marks are really important for your statement to be correct. Contributes to your comprehension and conversation sub-scores. Let me tell you something, Malak, which is really important. Sometimes let me say that the 3 times is finished and you don't have another chance to listen to the statement again, and you still don't know or maybe 1 or 2 words, you still don't know how to write, or you don't understand 2 or 3 words. You have to use your intuition. Your intuition means you have to make the sentence has a meaning. I mean, try to write a logical sentence concerning the meaning. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
this is because maybe, as I told you, the 3 times is finished and you still don't understand 2 or 3 words the speaker said. So try, as I told you, try to match the meaning. Try to make the sentence uh, uh, um, has a meaning, because this is called intuition, and absolutely you have to use your intuition all the time. Okay. So as I told you before, this is the speaker icon that you can press it 3 times. This is really important. And there is something you have to know, Malak. You have to press the icon 3 times. Even if you wrote the correct sentence in 2 times, you have to check, please check yourself. You have 1 minute and you have 3 chances. Try to exploit every chance, because maybe you are not sure
Mm.
about a certain word. Okay.
Mm.
So, as I told you, you have to click the orange speaker to replay the statement. Listening one, you have to type what you hear. Again, I mean, maybe you will hear 10 words, a statement which is out of 10 words. Maybe you heard 4 words or 5. Write them immediately.
Mm.
Then, the second and the third time or chance, you have to check your answers and fix the mistakes, if any. And absolutely, as I told you, it might be a statement, a sentence, or maybe a question. It's not a must all the time to be a sentence. Maybe the speaker is going to ask a question. And absolutely don't forget, if it is a question, you have to use or write the question marks. And you have to know all the punctuation marks on the keyboard, Malak, because some students uh, um, try to manage the exam without knowing the place or how to write exclamation mark or maybe comma or full stop. You have to practice, you have to know the positions and the places and the way of writing the punctuation marks, okay?
Okay.
Some students asked me if I can use or write contraction. Yes, you can use contraction like it's instead of it is, you've instead of you have, and it or instead of it would. Let me tell you
Okay.
something. If the speaker uses contractions, you have to use contractions. But if the speaker said the complete sentence without using a contraction or abbreviation, you don't have to write the you don't have to write or use the abbreviations or contractions. This is really important. Again, for example, let's imagine that the speaker says, you have to go. You cannot write you've to go because the
Mm.
speaker didn't use contractions. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So only if the speaker uses the contractions or abbreviations, you can use them. But if he doesn't, please don't. So
Okay.
you have to write exactly what you hear. And as I told you, you have 3 times to listen to the statement or recording. So please, you have to use or exploit the 3 times. Maybe, as I told you, maybe even maybe you have a mistake. Now, why should I listen to the recording or the speaker 3 times? Because even if you are confident, you have to listen to them. Because as I told you, maybe you are confused, or maybe you write, for example, a word that maybe has approximate pronunciation of a certain word. So please, you have to check yourself 3 times and you have to read your sentence. If the sentence, if the statement, if the question has a meaning, that is okay. And I think that the sentence is correct. But if you feel that there is something ambiguous, I mean, the statement that you write doesn't have a meaning, you have to check again because absolutely there is something wrong. As I told you, punctuation marks are really important in typing, not only commas, full stops, all the punctuation marks, the colon, semicolon, as I told you, parentheses, ellipses. By the way, ellipses is forbidden in the Duolingo exam. So you have to be familiar with all punctuation marks because they are really important. Now, this is an example about using the correct punctuation marks. Let's imagine that this is the sentence the speaker said. Even without seeing you, I would have recognized you. Where should I use the correct punctuation marks, Malak?
Even it will be a capital letter.
Bravo, amazing, because it is in the beginning of every new sentence. Yes, okay.
Comma after you.
After you, exactly. Okay.
And point at
Oh,
what have you done?
bravo. At the end of the sentence, I have to write point or period or full stop. This is it
Full
exactly.
stop.
Bravo.
Mhm.
What you have said. So please, punctuation marks is really important. You have to know how to use them because they are important in writing. And speaker, no one knows if you are using a comma or a full stop. but absolutely in writing, they are really important. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
So these are the most important tips, strategies you have to keep in mind while managing or answering listen and type. So I think it's the time to practice. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go out of this meeting because I want to publish everything on YouTube, and let's meet again just to name this video listen and type module. Okay?
Okay.
So please, I'm waiting for you just to come back again.